guys, holy crap, I look really white right now. I don't know why. Yeah, because I'm really white, I guess. So today I'm going to be telling you guys about the time that my boyfriend cheated on me. He's not my boyfriend anymore for good reasons. Once in a while I'll like stalk his Instagram or his Facebook and I'll just be like, oh my gosh, I dodged a bullet. And he's with a girl right now. I don't know. Has he cheated on this girl before? I'm not 100% sure, but since they began dating like many moons ago, he has contacted me a few times, like here and there, saying strange things to me. Like, he's dating a girl and he's calling me saying that he had a dream that he had sex with me. Not really sure you can consider that cheating, but that is definitely like overstepping some boundaries. But anyways, this happened a long time ago and I don't really want to get into it, and I have not been in contact with him for a very long time. But I do want to tell you guys like about my experience and how I handled it. As you guys know, I have cheated on a boyfriend before. I made a pretty infamous video here on YouTube called I Cheated on My Boyfriend. I'm sure you guys have seen it. It has like over 1 million views now. I was not expecting it to get as much recognition as it did, but the video has a lot of hate. The video has a lot of mean comments. I've decided to keep the comments because in a way it kind of just shows how ridiculous society is and what people consider cheating and what people don't consider cheating. Some may say that cheating could be an inappropriate text message. Some people might think that cheating could be something just as small as holding hands or cuddling with somebody, and some people don't think cheating is cheating unless there's like actual penetration involved. I think cheating can be flirtatious behavior, and sometimes I feel like flirtatious behavior and acts of like intimacy such as holding hands or talking to someone every day in like a really inappropriate manner is almost worse than having a one-night stand with just some random person, because sometimes I feel like people cheat because they have some kind of like sexual perversions or they're sex addicts and they'll just go out and they'll have sex with like a random stranger, and it's not because they don't love the person that they're with. It's not because they don't care about the person that they're with. It's just because they're struggling with some kind of demons that they have. I would consider a worse form of cheating being somebody who actually goes and pursues a serious emotional relationship with somebody else. Like if I was to open up my boyfriend's cell phone and see that he's like talking to a girl and he talks to her every morning and says, hey, good morning, baby, I hope you have an amazing day, I love you. Like, to me, that would be more hurtful than if my boyfriend went out, got drunk, had sex with like a stranger. I mean, as disgusting as that is, it's just really apples to oranges. I don't know where I'm getting at here. Let me just go on with my story about how my boyfriend cheated on me. Okay, so my boyfriend cheated on me towards the end of our relationship. We had been dating for less than a year and we had a long distance relationship, which right off the bat made things very, very difficult for us. I was young, I was not very sexually active, so it really didn't bother me that we couldn't be intimate with each other. I was just looking for an emotional connection with somebody, so I was okay with our like everyday phone calls and our text messages and our picture messages and all that. I know as a guy it was probably different for him and he probably wanted something more physical, and is that me making excuses for why he cheated on me? Absolutely not. But the way that it happened was really weird. Right from day one of our relationship, he was way more into me than I was into him, and we both kind of knew that too, because I would go out with my friends all the time and I wouldn't need to be on the phone with him constantly, but he was extremely clingy and extremely obsessed with me, so much so that his parents actually had to talk with me about it, and they were like, listen honey, we know that you guys like each other, but our son is not leaving the house or like doing anything because all he does is talk to you or think about you or talk about you. And while yes, my like narcissistic side was like, ooh, someone's obsessed with me, at the same time I'm like, okay, this is not healthy, and as someone who cared about him, I wanted him to like go out and have a social life of his own. I didn't want him to lose these years of his life just waiting for a girl that lived 1,000 miles away from him. So I remember after that conversation with his parents, I called him up and I was like, dude, you need to go out and like do stuff. We live so far away from each other and there's really nothing that we can do about the distance at this very moment, so why don't you just like go out and hang out? And his reasoning was, well, I don't want you to think that I'm cheating on you and I don't want to be making you jealous. And I'm like, where would you get that idea? And then he was like, well, you know, I get really jealous when you go out with your friends and when you go out and party. And I'm like, really? And in a way, this made me feel really bad. Like, wow, I'm like unintentionally hurting this person every time I step foot out the door and enter civilization. So I was like, hey, listen, I didn't know that me going out with my guy friends and girlfriends was bothering you, and maybe it would make you feel better if you went out, and if you went out to like a party or something. Maybe the reason why you're getting so jealous of me is because you're literally a hermit sitting in your parents' basement waiting for me to call you all the time. Maybe you wouldn't be so jealous if you put on pants and went outside. And I guess he kind of felt bad, so he's like, okay, fine, I'm gonna go to this party this weekend. Awesome, you're getting out and doing stuff. Go to the party, have fun, talk to girls. I'm not gonna get jealous. So the weekend rolls around and he goes to the party and he doesn't talk to me for like 5 hours, which is like the max amount of time we'd ever gone without talking to each other. And then finally he got home, he called me up and he's like, I'm so drunk. And I was like, yay, you're going out and doing normal teenage stuff. And then a few days later, something really unexpected happened. Something I couldn't have even imagined in my wildest dreams. I get a Facebook message from this random chick that I had never seen before, never even heard of in my life. And she messages me saying, hey, are you so-and-so's girlfriend? Whenever a chick messages you asking you that question, you know that whatever is about to be said after those few words is not going to be good. So I'm like, yes, I'm so-and-so's girlfriend, and I'm just like bracing myself. He's dead, he's in jail, he's getting married, he's dropped out of high school, what's going on? She tells me that she was at a party this past weekend and that she had a very interesting encounter with my boyfriend, and she said that he propositioned her for sex. And I was like, why would he do such a thing? And she explained to me that he told her that he had a girlfriend, but his girlfriend wanted him to go out and have sex with other people. I didn't even know what to say. I was literally so stunned and so speechless at what was being said. And I asked her, did you guys have sex? And then she was like, no, we didn't have sex, we just made out. Thanks for letting me know, I guess. And I wasn't really mad at her. I've never really been the type of girl that gets mad at the other girl. I always get mad at the man involved because I always see it as being the man's fault. I mean, sometimes in other cases, if like the woman knows that your boyfriend is in a relationship and then like purposely pursues him, then I can see like why women would get mad. But usually I take all of my anger and frustration out on the man. So immediately I called up my boyfriend and I was like, you'll never guess who I just heard from. And I told him the whole entire story and he was literally speechless. Like he was mumbling because he couldn't even get his thoughts together. And then he got all defensive on me and was like, oh, well, you said that you wanted me to go out and talk to girls. I was like, yeah, I wanted you to go out and talk to people, and that may have included females, but it didn't mean go have sex with other girls. And he was like having such a hard time grasping this. He said that he was confused and that he thought that I wanted an open relationship and that's why I wanted him to go out and go party. And I was like, you are literally insane. I ended up forgiving him because he somehow Jedi mind tricked me and convinced me into thinking that what I did was wrong and I pushed him away. And so I stayed with him for like a month after that, but then he ended up like stealing a car and tried to drive from Florida to Connecticut, and then things just got like really weird and I realized how mentally unstable he was. So I just had to cut ties and end things with him. And a lot of people are like, oh, well, he really liked you. I'm like, it doesn't matter. He was literally crazy. So yeah, that is my cheating story. Has it emotionally scarred me? A little bit, because now I'm worried that if I ever tell a future boyfriend that he can go out and have fun with his friends, like automatically that means, yes, go out, have sex with copious amounts of women. I think the lesson to learn from this is don't let one bad experience and one person cheating on you scar you or make you bitter, because not everybody is a jerk, not everybody is an asshole, not everybody is going to hurt you. Obviously, it's not good to trust somebody 100% right away, but relationships are about taking risks and they're a scary thing, and sometimes you do put your heart into somebody else's hands, and getting your heart broken is just a part of life. It makes us into who we are. It molds us into much stronger individuals. It does happen to a lot of us, and it is a learning experience. So yeah, that's it for today's story time video. I've been wanting to talk about this for a really long time, and I hope you guys got something out of it. Make sure to click the thumbs up button if you want more story time videos and more personal videos like this, and also to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!